Alright, well, let me preface this by saying that this game is extremely fucking hard to get going. And I had to do all kinds of internet bullshit, like, going onto these fucking sites when you're, just lost in a fucking internet maze. And instead of exploring this, I'm just gonna fucking paste a link to this. And complex internet shit drives me mental. Okay, so we got Dark Colony finally working, and you'll have trouble getting it working too, because it's a fucking bitch to get working. And once you have it, you got Dark Colony. I mean, it's a very, very basic RTS game, and we played it a long time ago, and you'll notice right off the bat that the graphics of this game look really cool. Something interesting about the way that it was all built, and it's impossible to really look at this game without comparing it to a pseudo StarCraft. And it's a game that you'll really like for nostalgia purposes, but in this video I'm going to cover the fact that it is just a fucking miserable game to play even today. And it's one of those games that could just so desperately use a remaster, or remake, or a Steam release with modern type of functions. Here's a common skirmish map. I'm going to walk you through exactly the experience here. Now, you first of all don't ever make the mistake of spending it on Marines off the bat, because you'll have to wait for fucking ever for one of these explorers. These explorers, what they do is they mine resources. So you have to get the explorers, and you have to defend your base and build. It's very simple. It's way simpler than you think. Look at the fucking combat. I mean, you just have to wait. It just seems kind of like you don't really have control over your units, almost. They kind of just go wherever the fuck they need to go. And they walk around like idiotics. These fucking explorers are annoying too, because they like automatically go into the resources and drill in, so you gotta just like put them on there. You'll start to build up your forces. Now you realize the buildings really, there's not really a lot of variety to them, and it's kind of confusing off the bat, but you'll quickly max everything out because you'll realize there's not a terrible amount of units. And right off the bat, I got my ass kicked by another human faction. This is a skirmish map that just has 4 random teams on it. My guys get fucking slaughtered. Look at this shit. Just getting their ass kicked. So I lost this whole auxiliary force. So I'm thinking, fuck. Well, now they have those Goliaths. So I'm gonna get a whole fleet of Goliaths. So what did I do? I get a whole fleet of these fucking Goliaths, because I really don't see the point in getting Marines, but I go for the more common approach of having Marines and Goliaths. So, ah, fuck, fucking aliens are fucking attacking me from the other side. So you got, my units have to go and fight these aliens. These are the coolest aliens to see back in the day too, because although the grays weirdly contrast with those side demons, the side demons look really cool. Yeah, there's something about the graphical artistry of this game. It's very, very nice. Here you have your whole fucking shit getting fucked up. So I eventually wipe out the aliens, so I go on a little expedition, because I was like, well, fuck, I don't want to be attacked from 2 sides. Now they got these flying fucking bastards that the Goliaths for some reason can't shoot at. So you gotta get Marines, so you do need a combination of them. There's other units, but honestly at this point you just can't be bothered to really spend any more attention on anything, just the basis. They're fucking attacking my things. This is just a frustrating fucking experience at this point. So now I'm fighting downwards, I'm fighting upwards. I realize after walking across the whole fucking map that there's no enemies, and I should just go downwards. Where the fuck are these grays coming from? They start obliterating my base. I have so many Marines, but they seem to just get their asses kicked, and then especially against the bomber guys. And the flyer guys you can't even hit when you want to. These guys have to be bad for my units. It's like a siege unit. Oh, they got me good there. So, looks like purple's fucked. I got him. Everything looks great at this point. I'm literally just like crushing it. Oh, more of the Goliath battles. And it ends up in the battles kind of end up in just a clusterfuck of just a whole bunch of units just hacking away at each other. Purple's dead, but aliens are of course attacking me as well, so I have to fight off the aliens, fight off the fucking guys. God, why did purple just die? Ah, fuck, the aliens are attacking me again. Fuck sakes. Now I'm fucking losing all kinds of forces. At this point, actually, it looks like the aliens are beating me back. Now all my resources are fucked. So now at this point, I kind of come to the conclusion I'm just absolutely fucked. And you see how this game wears on you? It's a nice nostalgic experience, but you're gonna feel it when you start to play this game. Ah, they got so many bombers. I'm just totally fucked at this point. The Marines seem to do no damage at all to the bombers. And I'm like, fuck. I'm fucked. Now the Marines are really, really cool modeled. I really, really, really like the way the Marines look. They're just like individual dudes. And if they're on Mars, honestly, it looks like they have the shittiest equipment for this job because the troopers don't even look, they look like they're using like fucking hockey gear. Ugh, not another side demon kill. Well, now I know I'm fucked. At this point in the game, you kind of just realize that you're like, either way, you're fucked. Son of a bitch. Dark Colony in its prime. You can't see it on this video, but there's actually like I couldn't figure out how the fuck to exit out of the game, so I'm clicking on shit. I don't even know how to get out of this fucking shit. And it's not that Dark Colony is really a terrible game, it's just so old and archaic that any addition to that, oh, that's the fucking menu. Okay, so now I quit from there. So having difficulties with the first scenario I've played and not really feeling like playing through the campaign, you go to the aliens expecting a challenge and you get these weird ass things called bronzors. Bronzors or some shit. The aliens have a unique design. Now they're kind of Zerg. As you can see, there's like that fucking tumor thing that's like your building. It's very simple off the bat, and I think it like unlocks once you unlock the tech tree. The aliens have a funny little language, and they're comical, but they really feel out of place. I mean, I cannot stress enough just how out of place the Greys feel. Especially when this game came out, when there was the likes of like StarCraft's direct competitor. And all in all, StarCraft is just generally a better functioning game. I think this game with modern controls could be great, but as you can see, you've got to click on the fucking unit, you got to hit the build button, and it pisses you off because you really wish you could just press the button and it builds it. Oh my god, that thing's an asshole. Those things aren't going to crawl out of the asshole, are they? You have to see this. My suspension was intense. Oh, they crawl out of the asshole. They crawl right out of the asshole. The aliens just are a disgruntled race. They kind of really don't feel like anything. They crawl out of the asshole. 3 times. So I got some scouts, so I'm thinking like yeah, I'm gonna go scouting around and see if I can get some resources, because resources are your biggest blunder in this game. You just see you only have one primary resource. There's actually a day and night cycle, which is very impressive too to this. The aliens are running around. Oh, pickups. Look at that. Odd. It appears to have given me resources. This game is more of a mystery than anything. You don't know what's around the next corner and everything looks weird and dark and dreary. The map is an interesting design, and the artwork clearly has some work done into it, because it really feels like kind of a, I don't know, like a painting, like you're playing a painting almost. But I think where this game suffers the most is just the archaic controls and old school design. I mean, your units get selected in an odd way. For example, you have to hold shift to click on all the units. That's normally control. And if you shift over other units, it deselects them. So a lot of the controls will make you feel very out of place. Plus there's a move only command, which could be very confusing for people. It means that they're not going to attack along the way, whereas normally attack mode is what you want to use. Okay, so I'm doing some exploring and I'm not finding shit here. Confused and a little daunted by the size of the map, so I start to look around. Oh, another pickup. There's some more shit. Now, this is the type of shit that really wears on you in this game, is although it's pretty cool and it's neat to see it in action, there's so much monotony. I don't even know where the best way to go, so I'll click on here in the map. Ooh, I found a resource point here. This looks good. And I've got these big guys now. So now it's looking pretty good, but although I haven't really seen much of the enemy at this point, I start to get a little cocky. I mean, I got my ass kicked in the last match, right? So this is gonna be really tough to do a 1 versus 1 going from a big free-for-all buckfest. Now I have a little army going. I'm skeptical. I don't really understand this tech tree. I'm moving in though. Oh, it's these guys. Now as you can see, I'm kind of in control, but not really in control. I feel like if I click on certain units, they'll all focus on that unit, when it's better just to leave them on their own to just attack wherever is the highest priority. And that's where I think this game really drags, is that the AI is really simplistic. It's almost like a point and click at times. You don't really seem like you're in control of the battles. You just kind of put the units there and let them either die or get killed in that. So I kicked all their asses and really don't encounter much of resistance at all. Looks like I own the game. Things are looking good. Something like, what the fuck? I mean, here I am with no experience, more resources than I could ever use, more units, and this match is over. If I played it again, there would be almost no challenge to it. Might as well destroy their fucking resources. I doubt that they're gonna hold any power over me here. He's shooting at me. Little Marines. Son of a bitch. Fuck. Oh, they're holding out. A little bit of damage here. Looks like I took their base though. Now at this point, I'm thinking to myself, this is fucking slow as shit. There just has to be a way to increase this size. So I'm looking through the menus and holy shit. Lo and behold, there is a speed scale. I up the speed and check it out. The units kind of have like a robotic movement to them. You can tell it really doesn't fit their animations. And it looks kind of strange. So I try it back down at 150, 140. And it looks even stiffer. So that's odd. I'm thinking, yeah, I might as well fucking just max it out to speed it. Now the training mode is very interesting and extremely monotonous. So I imagine a lot of people played this game, went to the training, and got so fucking sick of it from its training. Mind you, we came from a time that the games were a lot less abundant back then, so people might have just accepted it as it was. For example, here's a fucky thing. On the second mission, you have to not destroy the ships. And then on the alien mission, the first alien mission, you run along and you just destroy all these guys. I'm actually not having a bad time here. And see, this is where Dark Colony excels. Is that sometimes that you're really going through and playing it and you're fucking like, oh, this is cool. But then you get so fucking bored in your head that I swear to God, you would see that once you start playing this game, it gets so fucking boring. And it's just something that you can't really fix about it. Because although it's cool and it's old and it's unique, it just is so simple. It's almost like someone took an MS Paint program and made a game out of it. Ships aren't bad. Scary in some ways. The uniqueness of Dark Colony really doesn't fucking end there either. I mean, I seem to blow past some of this shit. Some of it was just a pain in the ass. Sometimes Dark Colony is just a bitch to play. And you really want to be playing a game that is fucking annoying to play? Look at this. Taunts you for fucking exiting out of the game. It's weird, it's like the aliens controlling the game. Blowing my mind. And that's kind of what Dark Colony is. It's a relic from the past. It's average at the best of times and intriguing at the other times. It's both difficult and extremely fucking easy. And the speed increase will only marginally save the experience there once you realize it. On top of that, to make matters even worse, Dark Colony is such a difficult game to get going on modern hardware. And for me in particular, I don't know if I'm just a fucking idiot or what, but I felt like I spent fucking hours and hours trying to get this shit to go. Once it goes, it's just kind of, once you get it going, it's interesting at first, but kind of leaves you feeling just empty. I mean, would I go back to it? Kind of. It's like this relic from the past of gaming that is just no longer around. And this is the type of game that would be just so perfect for a Steam release. Who knows what they'd make, but it's something. That's the thing about Dark Colony, is that it's something that exists. It's a gaming sphere. It's a relic of the old times when gaming was still a nerd's thing to do in his bedroom, not a global fucking enterprise. There's all these units and intrigue, and it is simple enough as an RTS, but Ultimate Dark Colony is just an old game, and it'll probably remain an old game forever. Just one of those games. Dies out, burns up, burns out, burns away. So yeah, have fun with Dark Colony.